Hey, Chef Des coming at you from my kitchen again, and today I'm working with Fraser Valley Specialty Poultry to bring you a great recipe for spring break. It's called my creamy Tuscan Chicken, and Fraser Valley Specialty Poultry wants to challenge you to bring your family together to make this recipe over the spring break holiday. And we're using Yarrow Meadow boneless, skinless chicken breasts for this dish. These chicken breasts are from chickens that are raised locally and without the use of antibiotics. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take these chicken breasts and we're going to butterfly them. I'm gonna show you what a butterfly cut is. So you see this line here, we're just going to separate that a little bit. So you have a flatter piece here and you have the bigger piece here. And you're just gonna take your knife and you're just gonna cut it, not all the way through, just so it opens up like that. And what that does, it makes the chicken more even instead of having a thick piece like this here and a thinner piece over there. And it cooks more evenly. And we're just gonna set that aside and I'll do the other ones. And what that also does, it gives you better plate coverage too. Or if you're making a sandwich, better bread coverage. So somebody in your family could do the butterflying of the chicken breast. Somebody could season them, somebody could do them in the flour. You see where I'm getting at, right? There's so many different things to prep that everybody could be assigned to a different area and bring your family together. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna season these chicken breasts and we're gonna dredge them in flour. Now a lot of times people will season the flour with salt and pepper and dredge the chicken in there. I prefer it this way to make sure that each chicken breast is properly seasoned. We know exactly how much salt and pepper is going on each one. I always tell people you're gonna eat both sides, so make sure you're seasoning both sides. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take each chicken breast and coat it with flour. This is called dredging, just to make sure it has a nice thin layer of flour on there, and that's going to help brown the chicken, and it's also going to help thicken up the sauce just a little bit. All right, let's head over to the stovetop. So large pan, remember we're cooking 4 butterfly chicken breasts. You wanna have at least a 12-inch pan. Medium to medium-high heat. We're gonna add a little bit of oil. Just swirl the oil in the pan to coat it along the bottom. And then we're gonna take these beautiful chicken breasts and put them in the pan. You wanna hear it sizzle like that. So you want to cook these on both sides till they're brown and cooked all the way through. It's going to take about 4 to 5 minutes per side. What you're looking for before you flip it over is you can look at the chicken and you can see that the chicken starts to turn white around the edges. That's sort of a good indication that it's about half done. Now we're going to take these and flip them over. Look at that nice browning on there. And we'll cook the other side. Once your chicken is just about done, just before you take it out of the pan, we're gonna cook a little bit of linguini. So I have 300 grams of linguini. We're just gonna get that started. And then we're gonna turn the pan heat to medium and get the chicken out of the pan. Now that we know it's cooked, look at those nice brown bits on the bottom of the pan. That's gonna add a lot of flavor to the sauce. And to that pan, we're gonna add a bit of butter, dry oregano, sugar, salt, and pepper. Don't forget to stir your pasta. And then just stir that around. Once that butter is melted and foaming, then we're gonna add the next ingredient. 2 cups of grape tomatoes that have been halved. And that's gonna temper the pan a little bit. You can tell that it's really hot. And then we add our garlic. And you want to cook this for about 4 minutes until the tomatoes have released their juices and the juices have thickened a little bit in the pan. I'll show you what that looks like. All right, see this here? You can tell that the tomatoes are releasing their juices and the juices are becoming thick in the pan. We're going to add spinach and just cook that down until it wilts. We're going to add chicken broth and whipping cream and stir that together. Then we're going to turn the heat to medium-high, and we're going to bring that to a boil and reduce until slightly thickened. Okay, the pasta's done. I'm going to strain that now. And while that's draining, let's finish the sauce. So at this point here, we're going to turn off the heat, and we're going to stir in some fresh basil, Parmesan cheese. Give that a good stir in right now. And then a squeeze of a half a lemon or to taste. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add that pasta just to coat it so the pasta doesn't stick. Just toss it around in that sauce. And then we're going to take the pasta out and just plate the pasta portion of this. Then we're going to turn the heat back on, put those chicken breasts back in just to refresh them, and bring that to a boil. Let's go and plate this now. We're now going to take those chicken breasts and lay them on top of the pasta. And then we're going to take all the chunks, the tomatoes and the spinach, and put that all over the top of the chicken. And then we're going to take the last of this sauce and just pour it all over top. And there you have my creamy Tuscan chicken. I know your family's gonna love this. Get these locally farmed premium chicken products at fesp.ca and enjoy them delivered straight to your doorstep. You don't have to go anywhere. This is Chef Des signing out. Where are you getting your poultry from?